All right, let's go. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to another stream. Then there's that. Within that. Let's go. Then third one, daily posts. Yeah, nice. Nice. Okay, where did we left off? I would say here. Let's go. Continue. Continue with the drawings here. Let's go. It's around that, I would say. All right. Middle line is there. Boom. Doing our daily drawings or doing our daily, I guess, observation drawings here. Let's go. Getting my daily observation drawings in it. Am I right? But yeah, I would say another day, another stream. We continue the streak. Maybe one day I will not continue the streak. Maybe I will take a break actually. I don't know, maybe I will make an announcement probably. Because I will do stuff and I don't have really time to actually do streaming. But let's see how it goes. But don't be sad if I'm not there, you know. Don't be sad that it's over. Be happy that it's happening or something like that, right? Like for a short of period of time. Okay, make it a little bit longer here, huh? A little bit longer there, then down there. Add a little bit more to the sides. Yeah, that should do the trick. Bam, 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 bam. All right, let's see. Oh, look at this, man. All right. Oh yeah, this should be a little bit more up here. Oh, is it? Let me see. Okay. Right. How can I see this better? Okay, no, I can see it. I can see it. All right, let's go. What I mean with seeing is like, why is this wrong? Because this shape here is different than this shape here. You can see that, but Like if like the long distance doesn't work, you have to think about the shapes here, you know, because this looks kind of like similar. This also looks kind of like similar here. Actually, this should be a little more. Yeah. So this is why this shape goes there, and then you know this should go a little bit more up. And there we have it. But I mean, the most important part is just like those 3 boxes, you know, or 3 circles. Because this is the whole kind of, no, it's called construction. Down, finish your construction, and then boom, there you have it. Let's go. Now it's just basically following the construction and make it pretty. Adding all those shadows in there. On the shadows lines. But I guess the most difficult part is over, you know. The rest is just make it pretty, you know. I think if you have like the perspective down and the shapes, then the rest is just like make it pretty. And then you can worry about other stuff like shadow shapes, lightning, mood, composition. Or like tackle those kind of things. It's always good to solve problems step by step, not everything at the same time. But it's also kind of like, it's okay to fail. Because that happened most of the time with me, you know, you think like, okay, I do this separate one by one and solve those problems, but what happens is you didn't really solve the problem because it's there, still there, you know. So you have to kind of like redo it again and kind of like do it next time better. And what I think is really important is if you have like mistakes in your illustration, or like at least you have like, people say there's like mistake in the illustration, I would say keep those mistakes. And after you kind of get better, go back and look at them and see what they mean. There's a mistake. Maybe you can spot it now, you know. Or if even they tell you that, you know, okay, maybe I find it later on myself, or like on my own. Because I think this is much more valuable than just telling me where the mistake is, right? I mean, like if it's just like a what's called a piece for your own, not like a commission piece or like a work piece. I wouldn't let the mistake in there, but you know, just like for your own personal work, the mistakes is, if they're like a mistake, keep it there. And then later on, go on to your works and then redo it again. Redo it again. There's the oblique. We love the oblique. Getting some fat in there. And then yeah, let's go. Let's go down there, here. Okay, let's go. Oh, wrong. Okay, we take that. Bigger. All right. Okay, the shoulder's a little bit more to the side, but all in all, we got it. We got it. All in all, we got it. Yeah, like, you can see here, for example, this shape and then this shape. Not the same shape. It's not the same shape. Same goes for here. Alright, let's go, next one. And like now from imagination, we know it's like one circle here, one circle there, and one circle there. Balls are kind of like here. Then has like a curve to it. I think it's like a little bit more curved, but it's more like... How can I actually... Let me think about this quick. Kind of like there, so... Yeah, okay. Like what I did here, for example, is just like finding the apex. Like it's not like a normal curve here, for example. Like this is more like to the right, has a longer line, where this is the apex of a line here. So what I'm saying is like it's not like kind of like this curve, where it's in the middle. It's more like a what's called dynamic curve more, where it's not in the middle, more to the side. So it's kind of like this. Now we have to apply that here, you know. A little more. I don't know. Let's make it like maybe the line more faster here, I guess here. Yeah, I think this is okay. So take that. And boom, there you have it. I think like something like that. So then there, here. Then we know it's like kind of like here, middle point. Bam. Here, then I think it's kind of like that. A little bigger down there, I would say. The reason that I think it's like bad is a little bit longer. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm thinking for some kind like this. So I think maybe it's like actually here. Not like that. So, okay. All right, and now we have finished everything, and now we just follow the lines, you know. I think this is more to the side though. Like that. Or is it? I forgot where he's looking. I think he's looking kind of like this way, so maybe like here. Yeah. So this is on the side there. Down there. Because it looks kind of like this. That's like where it's connected to it. It's kind of like the shoulder there. Connecting to the scalp. So Can also be wrong, you know? That's okay. Should be a little bit longer here. There's that. Okay. Then I think something like that. Rib cage. What do you call this again? Not a muscle here. Oh well, it's not really that important. You know, there's something there is the most important part. So that's here. Maybe, I don't know. Sound like that, probably. So, down there. Here, I'm not so sure. I guess it's like the other side of the box. There. Okay, I think this should do the trick. If not, then, well, practice more. Almost. Got almost. Let's go. Okay, there should be like this. But you see, can you see, like, we got the lines here correct, we got, like, I guess it's called ribcage a little bit too high here. But otherwise, yeah, almost got like the whole thing correct. Which is nice. And that's good. You don't have to make it 100% correct, you know. This is also okay. But because I'm like a little bit of a completionist, that's why I make it like a little bit there, you know. Let's go. And that's how you do it. First figure out like the gesture. Find out if it's like it's called dynamic curve or normal curve. The difference between a normal curve and the dynamic curve is like, you know, there's a normal curve where the apex is just in the middle, not a straight line. And a dynamic curve where the apex is like off center, asymmetry. I also can do like, you know, to make it a little spicy, make the apex higher. Or you can make it even more interesting by making it higher and off center, you know. Ooh, gesture. Oh, yeah, think about that. Alright, let's go next one. Next one, let's go. And this is more like a, what's called, I guess, anime character, because look at the head. 1, 2, 3. Like, if you have problems with measurements, or like figure out like what character you want to draw, this is more like, I think, humanoid. This is more character, like anime character vibes. Because of the head. Because of the hat. But then again, about teenage kids, like humanoid, I'm not so sure actually. I have to do some studies in there. But yeah, that's it. Like 1, 2, and 3. A little bit here, but it's kind of And also like it's a little bit of a, I guess again, it's a little bit more of a curve here, but not so strong, I guess. More like kind of like this. Also a little bit asymmetry. Yeah, maybe like here's like here, so like here. Take that. Give me that. There's a side there. And as you can see, for example, head and butt. And it's like a little more to the side there. I think just what they call just talking about my thinking process maybe helps you guys. I don't know. What am I thinking? What is it thinking? Banana bake, bro. Banana bread. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm catching myself if something is wrong. Because I don't know why, but lately I don't know, drawing is not about more drawing, it's about like a lot of thinking, actually. It's not just vibing and balling anymore. It's actually asking yourself why you're doing this, you know? What's the point? Yo, super, what's up? Miss those days, man. But sometimes you just vibe, you know? Sometimes you just draw and don't think about it, you know? Sometimes sometimes you just don't want to think anymore, you know? But I guess it was what I call this, maybe eventually you get like the intuition. I'm not there yet, but hopefully one day I get like intuition that I don't have to think about it, I just do it unconsciously. But I guess it's a good habit to really think about like, okay, why is this here? Is that there? Okay, thank you very much. This is the rib cage. Still oblique, yada yada, you know. And then, you know, get in there. But I'm not there yet. Give me, I don't know, maybe 5 years. Who knows? Yes, Cinnamony, what's up? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, as you can see here, it's more like actually it's that, you know, it's more like kind of twisted there, like here. So it's kind of like this, and we see more of this side there. We just, because sometimes I'm just a baller, you know. Even if I don't know how to draw it, I just try it and then it looks horrible, but I just did something, you know. I know how good that actually is. So at least I try, you know. I think it's kind of like, I think it's better to try something out and instead of like thinking too much how things should be. But I guess like a little bit of understanding why I'm doing this is, like, you know, it's like skill issue based basically, you know, like it should, like, if I draw like a hand, for example, I know it's like has like a mitten, you know, and I guess the thumb is kind of like, you know, there, and then it's kind of curved here, you know. But then when I'm trying to do like those fingers, like I know it's just like kind of like, you know, like kind of has like those gestures. But when I'm trying to draw it, then I'm kind of like getting like, you know, there's like 1, 2, 3, something like that, you know. And then like maybe here, 1, 2, 3. I just completely failed it, you know. And then maybe you should have done like, you know, a little more like this, or not like straight. It's like my skill issue kind of like goes away. I think I just have to draw more hands. I think is the point I would say. The more I guess more knowledge about hands. I do like half because this is a little bit too big now. Maybe like a overlap there too. Something like that. I think I should have more knowledge about hands too, maybe. Well, there you have it. Like a really questionable hand. But yeah. It's like when I have knowledge, but then if I try to apply it, then it kind of goes miserable. Maybe it's like a lack of knowledge that I have now, still. But also maybe skill issue based too. Like I haven't drawn many of them. Because I think if you draw many of something you want to study, then eventually it becomes easier, I would say. Because you have drawn this before. And also with reference too. Doing this without any reference is also kind of like doing more than you should actually. But I want to draw from imagination. I mean, yeah, it's good if I try to draw from imagination, but the problem is at the beginning, I think I should really get more reference and study them. Because I really like drawing from imagination, because it really teaches me if I really understand the core principles of a hand. Because if you can draw a hand from imagination and it looks good, then you probably understood like the core principles, how to draw a hand. And that's what I really like about imagination, because now you know. And you don't have to rely too much on reference, but again, you should still get some reference, you know. There's nothing wrong with reference. Exactly. Getting those reference. Yeah, and then like there's like I think I'm also thinking like there's a limit of reference. You know, there's like people who have like I don't know 100 reference picture, and I'm like, yeah, you don't need all of that actually. You know, honestly, you need just maybe 3 or 4, and that's enough actually. I need more reference. No, not really. Like it's okay. It's already good enough. Because too many references, I think, also not good. Because you kind of like get what's called confused. Because you have so many options, and then if you have so many options, you don't really know what to take from it, you know. I like this one, but I like this one, but I like the picture 999 of that, but 809 is also kind of nice. But 7 looks kind of awesome though, you know. Yeah, like that is what's called choice paralysis. So be careful with reference. They're good, but you can also what's called what do you call this in English? Let me see. Let's see. Overdo your, or like exaggerate, or like what's called? No, overdo. Yeah, overdo maybe is the best word for that. Overdo. Overdo. Dun 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 dun. Overdo with reference. But yeah, let's go. Let's finish that one here. And then eventually, I was working like on your own projects. That's what's also like kind of missing. I'm doing a lot of no studies, but I never really like apply. I do always like little sketches where I apply things, but I never really have like a no, it's called a full project. I mean, I've started one, but I'm still like kind of procrastinating again of that, which is not good. But yeah, having like a fan art project working on where I apply those things you learned. Also very important. Apply those things. Be, I don't know, be honest with yourself, I guess. And honestly, what I also learned is about jealousy also. Like if you see like I mean, probably everybody had that feeling. You're drawing, and then hey, I'm pretty good, and then you compare yourself to other people, and then you feel like shit. And you always try not to compare yourself with other people. But what I realize is the feeling shit about yourself. You feel like jealousy or something like that. But what I realized after drawing so much, it's just like what's called how do you call it? Like self-realization, like because you have drawn so much, and you've gone through the pain to get to a certain skill level. You kind of get like instead of jealousy, I get like respect. I don't know, like I know like what they went through to get to this level, and then this jealousy becomes like more respect, like damn, okay, nice. Or maybe it's just me, like damn, good job, man. Because I understand the pain, the suffering they went through. That is like, oh yeah, right. Good job, man, good job. Good job. So next time you like, feel this jealousy, think about like again like what they went through, what they've done to get to this level. I mean, of course, I like people who are really gifted, Don't get me wrong, but I think 99% of people are like have to work for it, And even if you're very talented, you still have to do a little bit of work into that, It's like nothing is like for free in that case, right? And I'm like, you don't understand the pain. No. Fuck you, Eat shit and die, Nah, I think you can hate on those, Otherwise, yeah, for the 99%, yeah. But I also like, what I realized is with the jealousy is like self-reflection too about, I mean, I could have done more, Like, I have to be like a little bit honest about it. Like, I probably could have been much better than, like, I could have been, like, my skill level could have been much higher for sure, because I really didn't really go 100%. And then you see other people, and then yeah, it's just like self-reflection. Like, yeah, honestly, that's on me, man. That's on me. But I think it's kind of good to know, like, yeah, I could have done more, I could have done more. Exactly. The new JoJo episode is out. Let's go. But I probably won't watch that. I think I will probably be doing other stuff. Hey, maybe it's good. Maybe, Who knows? But yeah, let's go. Go down there. Here. Pushing yourself to get better. Yeah, what's the hands again? Okay, it's like this. Hands are like here. It will just fade out of existence. I mean, yeah. But the better part, I'm not so sure about that, you know. I think you get better if you do something. I have not seen anybody who does like, you know, it's like if you do like 1 or like 1,000 sword swings, you know, compared to the first sword swing and the 1,000 sword swing, there's like a difference, man, you know. Because I think effort is always there, you know, like improvement is always there. It's just like very minuscule. I think it's the same with art, you know. Like you see really improvement after like 3 or 2 months after you've done something, you know. So I think you always get better, but you just don't notice it. That's what I'm thinking. Because you've done the work, you know. Like you've done this, you know. You've done this. It's just you don't notice it, you know. With every line, with every stroke, with every like shape you draw, you get better, but it's just like it's very minuscule. It's like 0.00001%, you know. Like that's what to call like. It's take maybe like I don't know, like 2 to 3 months to get like, you know, to get like 1% or like maybe 1%, you know. Okay, 1% better. But the improvement is there, you know. It's not like a negative. Improvement is there. But with the fading out of existence, that's true. We all fade eventually. We all fade away eventually. I think that's good. Because I don't want people to remember like my embarrassing things, you know. I want them to like, you know, like after a couple of years, I don't want them to notice forever in history, you know. Like after 3,000 or 7,000, do you remember when he shot himself, you know? I'm like, oh no. It's will forever be in history. Can't escape that. Oh no. It's not really like, you know, a good thing. There, gonna shit himself. It's epic, man. But also, like, if you don't fade out of existence, I mean, cool things will stay forever there, so that's also kind of cool. So whatever it might be, you know. I try always. I mean, I'm trying to find not always recently, but to find like the good and the bad thing. You know, there's always like two sides of a coin. Like one quote I really like is just, you know, what's the difference between a very genius, talented swordsman and a very untalented idiot swordsman that both reach the same skill level, guys? What's the difference? And the answer is, it's in their hands. And that's crazy, bro. It's in their hands. That's the difference. Oh. That's so cold, man, you know? It's in their hands. Because the idiot swordsman has probably really like hands are really fucked up, you know? And the genius swordsman is like really clean. There's a difference. Then it's in the hands, bro. It's in their hands. Because he's been swinging that shit every day, baby. He's been swinging that shit every day. No rest. No rest. That's what I call peak storytelling, you know? It's a quite real like. Alright, let's go. Because you draw every day, baby. To get like to a certain skill level. I mean, there's not really like an end in art, right? There's not like, alright, you did it. Good job, man. You did it. Congratulations. You don't have to do art anymore. You reached the end. Imagine, man. Imagine. I think it's a little bit too to the side there. Congrats, you have completed that. True, yes. Get like a badge of honor or something like that. Or like you make a final stroke and then, I don't know, you see like an Xbox achievement on the right side of your eye, you know, popping up. Congratulations. You completed art. Like, what the fuck is this one? How does that happen? Thank you very much. And there's like a list of like achievements, like make 100 strokes or make a painting, make 500 paintings kind of thing, you know? And it's all like, you've all done that. Cool. Very cool. I think this is a little bit too high here. One, two, three. Yeah, it's also a little bit too it's called there and a little more up here. I have to adjust the thing because I know it's like kind of like 3 heads tall. Alright, should be a little more up there. Shoulder blades there. And down. Well, recently, or not recently, but slowly but steady, I'm gaining like confidence in hard work. Because I was always like the impression that hard work doesn't pay off, and if it does, you learn something, kind of thing. Because like school kind of effed me up in that sense. Because every time like I study or learn really hard for it, I got like really worse score, and the moment I don't study anything, I get really good scores. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It doesn't make any sense. So I was like, always got like the impression that yeah, hard work doesn't pay off anything, you know. But when I started like doing art, I see like, yeah, actually no, I'm kind of wrong in that sense. I mean, I probably told you the story about that, but we had like a exchange student in our school, and he was there to learn like the language and yada yada, but he couldn't understand or speak German, so we had to speak English all the time with him. And just like, I guess just for fun, or like, I don't know why, but my biology teacher said, hey, do you want to make the exam that we are doing next week all together? And then he was like, yeah, nice. So next week came and we all did like the exam. And then after we finished it in like a couple days, she graded all the exams. Then one day, she comes to my table and asks, "Hey, can I talk to you, Andy?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's wrong?" I'm like, "Yeah, you got the worst score in in the class." And I'm like, "What do you mean worst score?" "Well, I really like you. That's why I didn't fail you. But next time, learn something." And then I realized, brother, I was worse than the exchange student who didn't understand the question. I'm like, brother. That hit me, man. That hit me, man. That goes on the record. I was worse than somebody who didn't understand the language. Like, brother, only I can do it. That was kind of like, but yeah, Mr. Cookie, what's up? I was worse than somebody who didn't understand the question. Still, only me, baby, only me. All right, let's go. Make the, I guess we're catching a little bit too big here. Okay. But yeah, that's something. And then the next time I didn't do study for the biology exam, I was the second best. I'm like, brother, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. School is rigged or something like that. School is rigged. I hate this. I hate this so much. But yeah, it's all in the past now. Right now I'm just focused on drawing and getting better at it. See, what's another mistake I did? No, that's okay. That's okay. That's also okay. Alright, it's okay. Maybe a little bit here. And here. But yeah, school was a thing, man. And then my uni days also. I mean, to be fair, I didn't know what I want to do in my life, so it was really like doing some soul searching, or not really soul searching, but more like figure out what I want to do in my life. So what I did first is like starting mathematics. I thought, because I like math. I like math. It's kind of interesting, but brought school math and like college math is so different. Man. It's like you have to kind of prove things, and then you have to learn all the axioms, or like all those rules, and yeah, that's not my thing, unfortunately. So I dropped out. Then I decided to maybe study like computer science, maybe try that out. By the way, like Austria's like studying in Austria is very cheap. Like you have to only pay like 300 euros per semester, or like 20 euros. So I decided a couple of things, see how that goes. So I did like computer science. It was okay, but I also didn't like that. And then I decided to do like, finance, like business, and then I also didn't like that. And then I decided, honestly, maybe I will do YouTube and start drawing, and now I'm here. That's my story. I'm a dropout. I'm a 3-time dropout guy. Hell yeah. Or maybe 4-time, actually. Yeah, 4-time. Yeah, 4-time dropout. Yeah. Because I did computer science twice, you know. Maybe like, one time like in the college where you do you're on your own, and another college was like where you're forced to learn those things. And I thought like maybe it's not the subject, but maybe it's like because nobody's pushing me. And then I realized, no, it's not really the subject, or like the whole thing, and I'm not really cut for it. And also like maybe I'm not that smart, you know. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'm not cut out for this, and then did that. Right now I'm just trying to get good at art, or like general, like trying to build up the YouTube community, and also like hold that thing, and maybe eventually doing a study like art, or eventually maybe, who knows. But right now I'm just focusing on like art, you know. Don't need to be smart to start. I got lottery. Nah, I mean if you have lottery, oh man, nah, I don't think you're dumb, man. I think you wanna play yourself because because of business I tried. We have to learn a little bit of law, and I'm like, brother, I have to learn the whole book and then have to learn the whole thing about all those no I guess rules. Is like, damn. Like, you're not dumb, man. You're not dumb. I know what you like. I kind of know what you've gone through a little bit, but that a little bit is already too much for me. But yeah, right now that's my plan basically. Right now I'm just getting good at art while building the YouTube community, and then maybe eventually going to study something else, and maybe eventually finding a job or like a small-time job somewhere as a cashier or something like that. But right now money is not the problem, so I'm kind of like lucky in that regard. So I can focus really on like art and doing those stuff. But I mean, I'm lucky, but also like I'm not like what's called everything is a rainbow and sunshine for me, because I have also other problems I don't really want to delve right now because they're really personal to me. So there's that. But yeah, that's my goal right now. Just getting good at art and buying courses, and you know. I mean, yeah, like I think if I were to study like that, maybe I could have done it, but who knows, man. It's fun. You get to drive a day 24/7. You get paid for it. I mean, hey, that's nice. But then the other question is, what do I want to like? But then again, I think like you have to draw stuff you don't really want to draw, right? So I guess there's also like that part. I guess you can't really be picky about that. I mean, at least you can draw something. There's always good and bad stuff. There's always good and bad stuff. Because I think it's kind of like soul crushing if you have to draw every day something you don't want to draw. But maybe you kind of get used to it, and then it's not that crazy or like that. Then, yeah, you lose the joy. I guess what's happening with like turning hobbies into jobs is more like the seriousness, right? Like you have to kind of thing, you know. It's not like, yeah, maybe I will do it or not. It's more like if I don't do it, I land I land on the streets. If I don't do it, I land on the streets, and I don't want to land on the streets. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there's also a problem here. Look at this. Here and then there. I don't want to land on the streets. I'm here. Our jobs workers have a problem with drawing for themselves, 9 to 5 drawing for a company. I mean, yeah, like, I think you have to kind of build up your stamina for that for sure, right? Like, I can imagine, like, for me in the beginning was really, like, exhausting to draw, like, at least 1 hour, you know? That was already, like, exhausting, but right now I mean, if I have to, I can probably draw maybe for 7 hours, 8 hours. Alrightish, I would say. If I have to, but would I do it? Not really, you know. Like, industrial course, and now I barely draw at home anymore. Yeah, that sucks, man. That sucks. I mean, because you already draw all day, right? You don't want to bring your work at home, right? That's the shitty part, right? Having like a place where I can cool off. That's the most important part. Let's a little bit more here. And then there. Okay, let's go. Now let's go. Alright, be right back. Need to the toilet. Need to do stuff. Here we go. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Rohan. It's Rohan. Welcome. I'm back. Was no. Nice thing. Nice toilet break. But anyway, let's continue. Let's continue with the drawings. Also, I don't know. Watched some classic videos, YouTube videos on the toilet, as always. I think everybody does that. And what's really interesting is that, interesting, but AI, that case, that a lot of old people believe those AI things. And I think it's our duty to kind of like, educate them and see what is AI and what is not AI, so they know what's going on, so they don't get scammed. Because imagine like your mom getting like a message of you being like very sick in the hospital, and it's all AI generated, Think, oh no, I have to send them money, and that's like one thing people could have done, So it's very important to educate those people. Critical thinking, call them, see what's going on, so you don't get scammed. But I would say it's also like a lot to ask, I would say, because in the heat of the moment, like everything goes to shit, I guess. In the heat of the moment, you don't really have your critical thinking cap on. And that's where that, I guess, thrive with the scams, Fries with the scams. And that's bad. So be careful, guys. Next time you get like a video from me and my voice like, hey guys, I need 500 euros, Type me this on there, it's not me, guys. And if so, I don't know, man. I probably wouldn't do it. But yeah, be careful. Or like with your favorite creator, Yeah, I need this. I mean, it's happened all the time, right? So be careful in that regard. No. Be careful not to get scammed. Very important. No, let's go. Hey, let's go. Also, let's start this and then from imagination. Alright, that was kind of wrong, so the most important part. I mean, it's kind of good to... I think sometimes it's kind of good to know, like, what's wrong, or like drawing the wrong things, so you know what's wrong. I think the same goes also for cooking. It's really like, I don't know, random tangent, not a tangent, stop it. But I think if you want to be a good cook, you have to know, like, what's bad, right? I think this goes for both ways, even for fashion and art, maybe, Maybe drawing bad things to understand why it's bad. So have better point of reference. Understand why things are bad. Because if you know what's bad, then you know what's good. Opposite of bad. I guess you can engineer your way out like that if you like, you know. Example, instead of finding out, okay, how can I make my life better, you can ask yourself, okay, how can I make my life even worse, you know? Let's see how that goes. You know? How can I make my life miserable? I think you have them probably better understanding, okay, maybe I should not do this. Maybe that's not very hard to do. Maybe I should take care of myself a little more. Be a responsible human being, which is sometimes very difficult, to be fair. Not gonna lie. Why's not the volume, man? Let's go. 30 minutes. BNG, what's that? Can I play that? I can't play that. Can I play that? I don't know, maybe. See? Where is it? Maybe that. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, there's like some nice shapes there. That's kind of good to know. So let's make this like a little bigger shape, but I would like shapes here. 1, 2, 3. So it's like that, a little bit more, and then very flat. Okay, good to know. I guess next time I do like apps, I should consider that. Because also very small. That I mean, you can make them the same. Simplify that actually. And that is straight. Then we have boom. My apps. Apps. I mean, I have to trade myself, to be fair. I want to have like a nice six-pack, or like a defined six-packs, because everybody has already six-packs, just like body fat, right? Okay, let's get more training, and I mean, I guess you have to train your abs to make them bigger, and then eat less, like has less body fat, then you can see the abs. Because if you train your abs, they become bigger, and I guess it's easy to see. Plus, if you lose fat, you don't have to lose too much fat to see those abs. I think, yeah. I wonder if that's copyright actually, because so many YouTubers played that. That song. I like that music. Maybe I just take that actually. Alex Mercello, welcome. Welcome to my humble streams. With your most humble streamer, myself. Welcome, welcome. AKA the most selfish guy. Alright, welcome to the stream. Let's go. Oh yeah, 1, 2, and 3, yeah. Also a really nice way to kind of like get the measurements done is just thinking about like the, I guess what's called the chest, and then 1, 2, 3. It's also very nice to think about it. It's around here, 1, 2. If you struggle with measurements, it's all about measurements. Getting the right measurements done. Like measurements and perspective. If you got those right down, you're in a good way, or like on a good track to get good art. That's for sure. Because that's the most like easy, but sometimes harder difficulty to master. Especially perspective and different angles and different situation. Plus even perspective has like also function, which is kind of crazy if you really think about it. It's like trying to mimic like different lenses. Wide lens is for 3-point perspective, 2 lens, or like standard lenses for 2-point perspective, and like long lenses for 1-point perspective most of the time. But it's also not really about like the lenses itself and the vanishing points. But yeah, I digress. I digress. So let me see, how do we do this actually? Like good way to measurement that? I guess 1, 2, 3, and then I guess 4. Let's go some down there. Okay, make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, let's go. Let's go down there. Maybe like me, I don't know. What about a center line, you know? Maybe that helps me too. Maybe a center line. Down there, and then it goes to here. A little bit more. It wasn't there. Ah, no, it's kind of like moved around there. It's like an S curve here. So like straight. Okay. It looks like a motorbike if you look at the front motorbike. Front of the front motorbike. Ah, yeah, I know what you mean, like the if you like have like the you mean like the what's called the wheels, right? Like if you have like this and just like you know, like the front. Yeah, it's like has also like this like very curve and this straight here, and then it's kind of like a little more there. Actually, yeah. True. True that. Good observation. Small there. Yes, you're right. Yes, the best feeling, right? To hear. Yes, you're right. Acknowledgement. Because we sometimes really thirsty for acknowledgement, to be fair. Because nobody said like thank you. Because we already like, you know, expect those things, you know. But now and then like having like a thank you is nice, you know. It's nice to hear, you know. Thank you. Thank you for being here, you know. Let's go down there. And, another one there. And, thank you very much. I've done this so many times, but still, sometimes you gotta have to do it again, you know. That's how it goes. So. Yeah, look at this, easy. All right. So, no draw this from imagination. Let's go. It's not that hard. But what I have to remember is not like it's not here, but it's more like connected to here. Which is kind of like confusing because then it's you connect to that one. It's not like connect like there. So I'm not so sure actually. I mean, I guess this is where the ribcage ends, maybe, and then this is like this. So it's kind of confusing. But maybe we don't really see like the going down there. Although you see it here, right? I don't know. I'm confused. Well, I'll just follow that and follow that. I guess I can decide if I wanted to connect, make like a line here. 2, 3, and down. Right? Down, yeah, down, straight. Can like, what is it like? Down, straight. Another down? I see. Yeah, now it's down. It's just 3 down. So down, 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 and straight. Down, down, and straight. Yeah, there's no like up there. Yeah, okay. So nice, go. All right, let's go. Let's draw this. Two, three. Down there. Drawing a chest and a shoulder. Go into your imaginations that I was trying to draw a fat dragon and a thin dragon. What do you advise me to choose around on more shapes? Thank you. I mean, I don't know if I can. I'm able to. I'm not so sure if I'm qualified to, but like, so my skill level is there to qualify to answer this question, but I can try. So once again, like, does the structure of a human body always have the same basic structure in any other body? Yeah, it has normally the same. I mean, I guess if you want to draw like a cartoony style, then it's exaggerated, but normally it's the same. For example, if you want to draw like a very fat body, let's see if I can do this actually. It's down there, like a face there. Rib cage, like side there, here, down, but the 1, 2, 3, there. It has, of course, the same basic structure, right? I'm just this spitballing, right? But the really, I would say, important part is just like really the fat part, because you wouldn't be seeing like the muscles, but it's more like just very round shapes. Because we have like this kind of guy here. We make like there. Like there. Very fat guy. I like double chin here, and there's also this neck. It's also kind of connected to that. A little bit more to the side there. Down there. And what happens? We don't really see like really like rib chest, right? Like we don't really see like right there. We don't really see like that, like a really ripped chest. What we see more like is just like a very flatter chest like this. Like really flat, maybe like here to the side there. And what happens normally is like, you know, instead of having like a really ripped body here, we almost see like the muscles there, and I can actually apply what I've done with those here. Funny enough. Down, down, straight, down there. Also, it's not the same, it's a bit more to the side there. Down, down, straight. Like, it's not like kind of ripped like that. It does have like those nice shapes. I mean, it's kind of bad. What happens normally is just for fat people, it's just like, it's still the same thing. It's just like, what happens is just this becomes really big, you know. We don't see the oblique, we don't see like the muscles. It's just like a very fat guy, you know. And then we have like there, here. Maybe also like, you know, it's kind of like down there. like there, maybe like here. I haven't done like, you know. But yeah, it's just like the shape becomes very rounded, not very defined. First for that, you know. But okay, I kind of trying to draw. Okay, same best struggle anybody. Yes, okay. Then I'm currently trying to draw a dragon. Okay, in terms of drawing a chest and shoulder. Okay, what does this differ from to your imagination? So I was trying to draw a fat dragon and thin dragon. What do you advise me choose to draw more shapes? I mean, I guess if you want to draw fat shapes again, round shapes again, very exaggerated things, you know. Very rounded shapes, I would say. And I guess if you draw like a thin dragon, I would say you just have to show the bones, or like have like more refined things like edges, and also like show muscles. But yeah, I would say for fat things, just round shapes, very simple. And if you wanted to have like more thin shape, just more triangular, more shapy. Like, you know, there's like a difference between if you make a line like this, or like line like this, you know. It's like a, I guess, not crazy version of that. Less defined, but yeah, you can choose between those. But if you want to do like a very fat, kind of just make like this, you know. Like those have like 3 different shape quality, you know. This is very sharp, this is less sharp, this is, oh, it's just round, you know. But yeah, I don't know if that helps you with the question. But yeah, I haven't done any dragon drawings myself, so eventually I will go there, maybe. But yeah. Basic structure, anybody, yeah. So hopefully I understand the question first, and secondly, hopefully answer the question correctly. So yeah, okay, I can give this like to this side there. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. So, like having like a straight line here would be nice. But eventually, I'll maybe draw dragons myself eventually. Maybe. I don't know. There's definitely like a one course that I have I can do. But what I also say with dragons is like they still have the same humanoid things. It's just like very exaggerated. They still have like shoulders and arms. They still have like a chest, you know. They still have like a pelvis. But it's like kind of exaggerated, like a different form for sure. Where does it go? So this goes down, 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 straight. Down, down, straight. And this connects to the bottom there. Down here. I guess it's more like here. Because it's kind of like tilted. So this is like, I guess it's just down and down here, and then we're looking kind of like there. So wait a minute. All right, let's go. So, it's like, I guess I'm like kind of like here. So, I think so. I am, you know. So that here. Down here. Having those shapes there, wonderful. Okay, let's go. No. See if I'm right or if I'm garbage. Or maybe I'm just too good for my own good. Let's go! We take those. Okay, we have to... Alright, that's correct. Okay, this should be a little more down there, alright. A little up, but hey, let's go. We take those, man. We take those. We take those. Wait, that's not a nice shape. Nice shape, and this should be like a little bit down there, a little bit up actually, because it's like kind of like rounded here. So it's again like with the model cycle. That, and then the up there. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one here. Okay, let's start this one real quick. Sideways. That was 1, 2. I like how is it this? Is this just normal? Yeah, it's just a normal. Right? Okay. So, normal pad. So it's just 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4. Other 1, 2, 3. So if this is around, it should, I guess, like the same head because 1, 2, 3. So here, there, another zigzag. There. Oh yeah, right. I should be like more to the side because no, like this is a little bit like here. And then also here with this line there. Maybe like there. Here. I think it should be a little bigger. Down there. I think that's good enough actually. Let's go. Let's draw. Oh, this is always the hard part, and now it's just like the easy part. Make the shit look good. Make the shit look good. That's the easy part. Clavicle, down shoulders. I think it's more like half point actually. Here, I would say. It's like kind of connected there. Yeah. But it's not that point here. Also, if we can make like something like that. Here. There. And we see a little bit of this shape there. There. Okay, let's see how right or wrong I am. Oh. Now let's go. Okay. My mistake was just like, yeah, it's just more perspective. It's just like more down there. It's more to the side. But otherwise, let's go. We take those. I guess with a 1, 2, 3, yeah. I made a mistake, for example, like here. I made the chest 1, 2, 3. See, it's like should be like up there. So let's we take that and bring it up there. No, it should be okay. And then also I think much more down there. Let's see if I'm right or wrong again. Yeah, that's much better. But again, still, this perspective is still wrong. Like the shape is much more bigger than my shape here. This shape is also a little bit too big there. Like something like that, probably. But then again, I'm not really trying to do 100%. Something like that, probably. Yeah, totally something like that, like here and then there. Of course, this goes really down there. Okay, this doesn't look like that nice. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, who knows? So, and if it's still wrong, well, it's okay. Can I do it next time better? Now look at this. Could be much worse, but hey. It's good enough. I applied my knowledge. Let's go. That's why you drew from imagination. To apply the knowledge. Get all the knowledge. This looks so gross. That guy looks so gross. So. Am I fat shaming? Hell yeah, am I? Am. Fat shaming. I mean, to be fair, being fat is not good for you. Period. If you're fat, you have to train. So take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. Plus, you also, if you're not fat, you live longer. Hell. Which means you can eat your favorite food longer, you know? Hell yeah. Well, also here, let's see. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. Now let's see 1, 2, 3. Since it shows 1. Like this 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Easy. Drawing is easy. You just have to follow that, you know. Follow those measurements. I mean, I guess finding those measurements in the first place is kind of difficult, but when you find them, you just have to apply them, and it's honestly very easy. Really like struggle. I mean, the thing is, like, the really difficult part is just if you do this from feeling here, you don't really like count, or you don't just, you just feel, which is, I mean, it's okay, but it's really difficult. If you're like a baller like that, you know. If you're like a pro baller, because you can just do that without any like measurements and just do feelings because you have done it so many times. But have like a pro measurements and stuff like that. It's really nice. You don't have to, I guess, ball too much. You just can know what's wrong, which is always kind of nice. And also here, there's like 1, 2, 3. It's like I made this too big here. Actually, it's actually smaller there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. So just like down there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like around, you know. So like always exactly, because, you know, sometimes it gets forward, sometimes gets backwards, and it's changed like the perspective and the length out of it because of foreshortening exists, you know. Because, you know, like this length and like this length is the same. Or like not that exaggerated, but yeah. Like in box, for example. This length is the same length as this one, you know, it's just foreshortened. And if I do that, it's here. There we have it, like almost same length. In the middle. Yeah. Foreshortening exists. It's a little bit tricky for sure. Ugh. Just go down there. Here, down there. Perspective. Down there. Oh yeah, and also like counterlines, also very important. Especially if you paint. Counterlines are very important, because if you don't have counterlines, then your painting will look very flat, very quick. I can tell that's for sure. And also like perspective. Perspective, guys. No. Go down there and up. Down here. And here. A little kind of nice fingers to see that. I think there should be a little bit more. Yep. I don't know, mainly end of it, it's all the same kind of. Not gonna lie. It's all the same, not gonna lie, eventually. You just repeat it 100 times. Because I guess if you understand the core principles, then you're there. It's just a matter of practice. There. It's a little bit more here. And then there. One thing here, and then a straight line there. Okay, next one. And then the box here. Here. Okay, let's see. I think this is a little bit too wide here, because if you look at this and then this one, so bring this a little bit more up, I would say. Around here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I guess if I do this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Can see it there. So it should be like here, not like down. It's down there. A little more on this side here. Down here, and then that. And also very important, guys. This is longer and this is shorter because of perspective. Because what happens if like a line here, it's like in the middle. So when you start like, you know, foreshortening, like in perspective, what happens with the line? It comes like this, you know. This is now longer and this is shorter. That's why this is longer and this is shorter here. So sometimes I make this mistake. Maybe sometimes often. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's a little bit too big actually, this one here. Oh well. I think it's a little bit too much to the side here. Yeah, maybe that. I guess something here. Let me see, actually. What's the distance here? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if I do that, like it ends here. It's kind of connected there. Then we have like 1, then 2, and then I guess 3 here. Probably. I don't know, let's see. Let's see. And also make a mistake and asking why. It's also very important, I would say. Okay, why did I make this mistake? Because I didn't realize I didn't respect certain things like perspective, shape, things, measurements, all this kind of stuff. Let's see. All right, I mean, almost correct. Now let me see here. All right, let's see what's the mistake I did here. I'm gonna make it like this here. Now this looks kind of correct. So, okay, yeah. All right, this should be like, yeah, I made the shape here not correct, okay. And make the, I guess, the head too big, I guess, huh? Let's see, 1. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess made it a little bit too big, huh? Okay, let me see if that works. And also, let's see why. Let's make this also like, this has the same shape as this one here. The ball is a little bit too big. So, and then again, let's go. Let's see what the mistake is here. Yep. Can you spot the mistake? Because this length and this length is too short. This and then this. As you can see here, for example, this length and this length, I think more easy to spot. So we take that and make this a little longer. Around here, let's say. Booba, yeah. Big booba. Okay, and this goes down there. Okay, big booba. Also, this goes kind of like there. Should be a little up and there. Should be a little smaller than that, actually. Let's go. Straight line, booba up there, booba down and there. And keep that in mind, you know, it's like here, kind of wrong. And as you can see also here, that's kind of wrong too. You have to bring this a little bit down there. Okay, let's go. So I'm not sure about the head, it's kind of like, let's see. Let's go. When you don't feel too motivated, I guess the same thing actually. I'm just drawing the same thing. Like, it's like doing studies for sure. Or like drawing like anime characters for sure. It's also like a way to cope. It's also a way to cope. But yeah, I think that's good enough, yeah. Like the major mistakes are gone, and this was a little bit too long here. But yeah, this is kind of nice. Drawing like cute anime girls, for example, like. Turn off to sketch a Korean R&B. I mean, yeah, that's also like a good way. Have you also tried Chinese R&B? It's also not that bad. It's not that bad, but I would say, guys, we hit our mark, 2 hour marks, and I would say thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Stream every day, you know the drill, and yeah, I guess bye bye. See you next time. Good night.